Check Wisdom, episode 25, 4 daily movements to prevent knee injury. Now, the first one, and the most important out of all of these, is a sled drag. I use sled drag with all my athletes as part of their warm-up, and it is great for rehabbing knees, strengthening all of the lower quadriceps, all these muscles around the knee that are responsible for leg extension. It's also great for the posterior chain as well, but we use it as part of the warm-up, but also to kind of prevent injury to the knee. So on your backward sled drag, it's gonna take a nice little choppy steps. You don't wanna like rock back and forth like this. My hips are staying in line, a little extension like that. Obviously, there's times when we do it for conditioning where we go a lot heavier, but when you're doing it as a warm-up, you want roughly your body weight on the sled, and we'll go 2 or 3 trips up and back in the gym. You can do that every day as part of the warm-up, and that is really gonna help strengthen the muscles and all the tendons and ligaments here in the knee. Now the second one is gonna be knees over toes positions on the slant sled. Now if you don't have a slant sled, get one at oldschoolgym.com. If you're not able to do that, or in the meantime, you can use anything where you elevate your heels up onto a block or something like that, so that you're in this elevated position. Now, the first and most basic position I'll start with athletes is just get them in this extended position. Abs are tight, hips are extended, knees are extended out over top of the toes. So I don't want to be here, I'm not really sitting, I'm right there like that. And we'll do this, we'll start with 1-minute holds, work up to 3 to 5 minute holds, just in that position. This really helps build endurance in the quads as well. So that's the first position on there. The second one is just to do full range squats. And I typically don't do these loaded, I just have them do nice and slow for time. We'll typically go 1 minute here to get your knees nice and strong in that kind of really deep flexion, that end position right there. Third position is going to be that deep squat hold. So I'm right here into a full squat, knees are out past the toes. So what I like to do once athletes become pretty familiar with the slant sled is we'll start by doing 1 minute on the squats, right into a 1 minute deep squat hold, then go right here for max time. And if they can go 1 minute squat, 1 minute deep squat hold, and then 1 minute extended hip hold, that shows that they're really, quads have gotten strong, and it's gonna really help prevent injury to the knees. All right. Now the next thing is gonna be a tibialis raise. Now normally people don't think about their calves when they think of knee health, but if your tibialis is weak, right here, kind of on the outside of the leg, then it's, number one, that's gonna help support the structure of the knee, and number two, when you run, when you jump, that's gonna have a lot to do with kind of absorbing impact and taking some of that strain off of the knee. So we do our raises like this, kind of legs straight out. I go nice and slow, get a good strength, get a good stretch, come up, point the toes towards myself and squeeze. Typically we go really high rep on this, sets anywhere from 20 to 50. And I try to get 100 reps of this in a day. Now, if you don't have a contraption like that, you can take a band and you can stretch it around a block like that. And you're gonna hook it just around your toes. So legs straight, point the toes towards yourself. On these ones, you gotta kind of hold at that flex position a little bit longer. So come up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And again, I'll try to do set to 20 to 25 there. Now the next one, when everyone thinks of knees or knee health, they're just thinking about kind of the patella tendon, your everything right here in the front. But if you're weak or not very resilient in the back of the knee, that's gonna be an issue too. So doing these banded hamstring curls are great to help develop that resiliency in the back of the knee. So right here, you can loop either a thick band, or if you use a mini band, 1 foot in each one, and we're gonna pull fast and then squeeze. Fast, squeeze. It's great hamstring activation too, but in general, the healthier and stronger your hamstrings are, the better it is for everything, your low back, your knees, whatever. So add these 4 things in. It's gonna help keep your knees healthy. That way you can stay on the mat, stay on the track, stay in the weight room, and keep getting strong.